Hey everybody, it is Kate, the West Coast paper crafter from East Souk, Vancouver Island, Canada. It is Monday, April 1st at 7 p.m. And tonight my plan is to show you a really easy and quick card design. But before we get started, I just want to address something that's been brought to my attention by a couple different people. So if you can see this right here, this is not a real spider. This is this is a sun catcher. So for those of you who feared for my safety, it's just made out of beads. My friend Cindy made this for me, so it is not real, but from what I'm learning, some people have mistaken it for a giant spider just hanging out behind me. So I just wanted to let everybody know, not real, sun catcher. But thank you for those who were worried about my safety. I'm just gonna flip the camera around and we will get started. This is a really quick and easy card design. You can use it with any paper, any stamps. It's very versatile and it will not take us very long. So flip in the camera and you might want to close your eyes because it's bumpy. All right, so I'm just gonna point my phone down so we can see my workstation. That looks good. And make sure I can see my view in my laptop. So I make, what am I trying to say? Just so you can see what I'm doing. Because sometimes my hands will not be where they're supposed to be. So this looks good. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Tanya. Nice to see you. So tonight we're just going to do a really quick and simple card. Yesterday, for those of you who tuned in for the Cutest Cows online class, that went a really long time and it wasn't my intention, but it was like an hour and 20 minutes. So tonight, quick and easy. So I've got all the pieces ready to go. We've got our card base. I used Lemon Lolly. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 on the 8.5 side. I've got a piece of Daffodil Delight, that's 3 1/4 by 4.5. A piece of basic white, that's 3 and 4 1/4, but you may have cut a piece of designer series paper instead of white because I am going to use a background stamp on this piece. And then I've also got 2 pieces of basic white, 4 and 5 1/4, and one will be for the inside. I'm just going to slightly adjust my camera because I see a shadow. There we go, perfect. Okay, so Kai has a buddy over for a sleepover. They are outside right now, but you may hear them because they say they're gonna be quiet, but they're wild. They're just wild. Hey Cindy, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we will get going. So the first thing we're going to do is take one piece of the basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to emboss it. And I will use the, I can't remember what it's called, hang on, Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder, which I'm 99% sure is retiring, and that actually makes me sad. I really like this embossing folder. So I will be sad to see it go. I use it quite a bit, as you can tell, because my folder is bent, but I love it. And I'll still use it because it's in my stash, but it is a bummer when some of my favorite things retire. And I'm hoping I will find a new embossing folder that I will like just as much. I haven't taken a really good look at all the new stuff yet, simply because I like a paper copy and I haven't got a paper copy in the mail yet. So once I get a paper copy of the new annual catalog, I'm sure I'm gonna find a new favorite. Okay, so this embossed layer, we're just going to stick this to the front of the card. And the rest of the card comes together pretty easy. I haven't seen the crosshatch one, Cindy. Is that new in the annual catalog? I hope I like it. I did notice that I think it's the distressed tiles. I noticed that embossing folder is in the annual catalog, and I haven't picked that one up yet, so I might like that one as much as I like the time worn type. We shall see. Okay, so on my piece of white, that is 3 by 4 1/4, I am going to stamp a background with the Drizzling Droplets cling stamp. This is an online exclusive. I haven't used it until I made the sample for this class. So this is the second time I'll be using it, and I think it is literally the biggest stamp I own. It is gigantic. So, because it's so big, I'm going to ink it up this way versus tapping the entire stamp on my ink pad. And I'm just gonna cover, I'll get this in the camera view. I'm just gonna cover this whole piece of white with this stamp. Perfect. Get this out of the way. And now I've got yellow everywhere, so I will just give that a quick wipe before we move on. And then I'm gonna glue this down to my piece of Daffodil Delight. For a second there, I thought I lost my glue and I was having flashbacks to Sunday. I had such a mess going at my craft table on Sunday because as I was moving through the card projects, I was just tossing everything to the side and I couldn't find half the things I was looking for because I was covering them up in the craft or math of the online class. So today I'm more organized. I will not be so messy. Oh, the 3-pack set. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, Cindy. I'll take a look. Oh, hey, Judy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you showed up. It's nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to stick this down on the front of my card, but before I do that, I just wanted to add some twine. And this is the Baker's Twine 3-color pack in Lemon Lolly, Flirty Flamingo. I think that's Balmy Blue, but don't hold me to that. I could be wrong. If somebody knows what blue this is, let me know. I think it's Balmy Blue, but I cannot be sure. And this 3-color twine pack is sticking around, which is great because I love it. I love the soft colors. So I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I want to do. And I'll tie the bow not quite in the middle. There, that's what I want to do. And I have my reverse tweezers. Cindy, you know what I'm talking about. These are so handy. All right, I'm gonna just hold this down with my reverse tweezers and tie a little bow. I'm slightly distracted because I can see out the window what my son and his buddy are doing, and as per usual, they're a little wild. They're a little wild, but they're having fun, and I don't think they're gonna break anything. Anyway, we'll see. Spring break has flown by. I've been off for 2 weeks, and I think we got one more day. Sorry, my phone is ringing. That's really loud. That is my husband calling, but he knows that I'm doing a live right now, so he must have forgot. I just hope he's not going to call my cell phone because I forgot to put Do Not Disturb on. And I actually don't know what's going to happen if he calls my cell phone while I'm recording. All right, well, he did. So I'm not sure if that froze the video, but I've just dismissed the call. So now I'm just going to glue this to the front of the card. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. I almost forgot. I got distracted with my phone ringing. All right, so I've got this little banner. This is Lemon Lolly, and I used one of the Stylish Shapes dies to cut this out. And I'm going to stamp in Lemon Lolly a little flower stamp from the Just My Type stamp set, which is also retiring. This one here, I quite like this stamp set. So it's subtle. I don't know if you'll be able to see it when I hold it up, but you can see the flowers even though it's the same color. Actually, I'll leave that for a second. I will need that. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment, again from Just My Type, right on that banner, but on the right side of it, not in the middle. Oh, I came close to messing that card up. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this banner, and I'm going to fold part of it over the card panel. I might have too much there. We'll see. All right, I wish I would have remembered what I was doing, because now I'm definitely going to get sticky. All right, that's okay. I'll make it work. So I'm just going to add this. Oh yeah, I've already got glue in my fingers. Oh well, going for it. And then, oops, I'm going to bend that over like so. Push that down, and I'm just gonna give my fingers a wipe because I really got sticky there. All right, I'm gonna use my reverse tweezers and hold that down for a second just for it to catch. And then now I'm gonna put it on my card base. Perfect. Oh, I've got string stuck to my fingers. Oh well. Okay, so card front is done, and now what I want to do from the Zany Zoo or a Zany Crew, I can't remember, designer series paper, which is retiring, I'm just going to fussy cut out this llama who is knitting a scarf. I think this paper, I don't know if anybody got it, but it is super cute and easy to fussy cut. So I've had a lot of fun with this paper, making all sorts of birthday cards and things like that for kids, because there's so many cute little critters. And I almost thought about picking up another pack of it before it's gone, but I still have lots of designer series paper in my stash, so I really don't need to get any more. But it's tempting. Tempting. Hey Jan, thanks for tuning in. The stamp set would have been fun too, especially if you like coloring. But I knew that this particular stamp set would be one of those sets that I would use for a few cards and then it would collect us. So the paper is perfect. And I save a little bit of money. Almost done. There we go. And I'm going to pop up this llama with some dimensionals, and then all I need to do is stamp a little bit on the inside of the card, and we're done. And then I can go out and police the boys and see what they're up to. No, you're right, Cindy. The DSP doesn't go bad. This is true. I just have a problem with too much paper and not enough storage. All right, I'm gonna put this llama right here. So there is the card front. So easy. And for the inside, I'm going to use that flower stamp, and I'm just going to stamp a few random flowers on the inside of the card. Oops. I might actually redo that. I don't know if you can tell, but I just kind of smudged that bottom edge. So flipping over my card, and the beauty about Lemon Lolly, it's too light, so you definitely can't see any dark colors poking through. So now I'm just going to glue that to the inside of the card, and that is it. I don't use yellow very often, so this is a little out of my color comfort zone, but I like it. The egg hunting, Cindy, it went really good. We did, I think I mentioned this in the online class, so we do a series of Easter egg hunts when it's just Kai and I. So we started with level 1, 2, and 3 on Saturdays, so that's easy, moderate, and then hard, and then Sunday we do level 4, which is extreme. So like usual, I forgot where I ended up hiding a few of the eggs, and it took us a little bit longer to find them all, but we did find them all. So it was a lot of fun, and we have more candy and chocolate than we really need. So, all right, this is it. I hope you guys like this design. It's super easy. You can do it with any embossing folders, any colors, any papers for any occasion. And then just a little bit of color on the inside wraps it up. And I'll show you a few other cards I made with this particular template. So same card, but I just used Flirty Flamingo, and I used the hedgehog, and I colored him in with crumb cake, Stampin' Blends. And then I just did some Lemon Lolly hearts on the inside of the card. And that actually reminds me, maybe this card might need some adhesive back dots, which are sticking around. And I'm happy about that too, because I really like the colors. So I'll just add 3 Lemon Lolly embellishments to this card. Where am I gonna put it? That's the hardest part sometimes, is like deciding where I'm gonna stick these. Oh, I almost lost that one. Right there. And then on Saturday, I met with some of my team members, and we did a make and take, and we actually did the same template, but we used different paper and then different sentiments. So I made a Mother's Day card, but there was a whole bunch of different sentiments to make, and this paper is the softly stippled paper that we could get with Celebration. So I think that turned out really nice. And that is it. Yeah, the hedgehog's pretty cute, isn't it, Lorene? 3 things to tell you about before I let you go, but I will flip the camera around so you can see my face and my gigantic spider. So April 14th, I will be hosting an in-person card class at the East Suit Community Hall, 1 to 4. This will be the last class out at the East Suit Community Hall, probably till September. It's not really busy in the warmer months, so I think I'm going to take a break from the East Suit Hall. I will still be doing in-person classes, just not at the hall. So location to be determined, but it will likely be smaller classes in some of the local coffee shops in Langford, and maybe Souk, the town itself, if I can find a good location. So stay tuned for that. But April 14th, that in-person class will be at the Souk Hall. April 28th, the last Sunday of the month, I will do another free online card class, and this time I will use the Latte Love Suite. So it's free for anybody to join, but there is a Make It Easy package for my customers who order $50 from me. So if you happen to place an order with me in the month of April, then you're going to get all the card kits for the online Latte Love class, so you don't have to do any prep work or die cutting or any of that. And lastly, May 18th is a collaboration with my friend Tanya, the Canadian stamper, and we are hosting a crafty spring social. So that's in Colwood. Spaces are limited. I think I've only got 2 spots left that I can offer people. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in any of those things, let me know. I will shoot you the Facebook event. The Crafty Spring Social is $40 to register, and you will be getting $25 in new product. There's going to be make and takes, prizes, games, treats, a goodie bag station where you build your own sample pack of some new designer series papers, make an in-color book card, that sort of thing. I'm sure I'm missing something, but we have a whole bunch of different ideas that we're going to put together for the Crafty Spring Social. Again, that's May 18th, and I think that's it. So thanks everybody for tuning in live. If you catch me on a replay, say hello, tell me where you're from, and I am really, really grateful that some of you will tune in and spend your evening watching me live. That feels pretty good. So thank you everybody, and I hope you all have a really good night.